cops keep riding by shooting frequencies, man. Bitch ass police, man. Shooting frequencies. Fucking Hardy Boy piece of shit cops. Riding around shooting frequencies and shit. Oh, look at a booty bandit. For those of you who don't know what targeting is, predictive policing, I'll be paying attention to what the police are doing to get people killed and how they sweep that shit under the rug. And you got their weirdos over there. What the fuck they're talking about. Police informants. Actually, police rabble rousers. Police entrappers. Yeah, so just know the police are heavy in this domestic terrorism, ladies and gentlemen. Heavy in this shit, killing my dogs. Fucking piece of shit motherfuckers, man. That is your police department. Hey, what's going on, Rep? Demon possessed people. I'm gonna read what they've been so. Yeah, man. Definitely. Definitely. You know, every day, these fucking police show me, like, how much, like, how involved they are. Like, look at this fucking shit, bro. Fucking straight fucking police. Piece of shit. Thinking they're undercover. You're not undercovering that. Every fucking day, bro. Like, they're the authors of this fucking bullshit. People dying in the streets. And then they come save the day. I typed in on YouTube, I mean, just to see the ratio and shit, you know, of police killing people's pets and shit. Man, these motherfuckers all on TV shooting chihuahuas and shit, like little ass fucking dogs, man. Target practice. They shot some dude's Rottweiler. Dude's begging and pleading with him. His dog is barking out the window. Dude is like, let me lock up roll up my window so my dog don't jump out. Cause he's gonna jump out if he sees you guys detaining me. And they're like, the cops are like, nah, he'll be okay. He'll be okay. And the dog fucking jumps out and they shoot his dog, man. Shoot the fucking dog. These are our police, man. The police department everybody trusts so much. Oh man, I just dropped my weed. Fuck. This shit. Oh, shit. God, but play God, but aren't gonna be ready when they have to answer to him. Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. You know, I just think about even man, if these people were confronted about what they're doing, if they were faced with losing their job or facing time, you know, just picturing the excuses they would make. I was just doing my job, or all that bullshit, man. Hey, what's going on? Good dog. Your dog okay? Yeah, he's getting better, man. He's still hella fucking weak, man. Um, I didn't even think I was gonna be able to bring him. Like, I was watching hella YouTube videos and shit. I called the vet. The vet says they're like fucking, just to come walk in there and see him is gonna cost like 180 something bucks. I'm like, man, I mean, I could pay 180. I could pay that, like, but I wouldn't be able to pay anything after that. Like, that would be like literally, because that was just to walk in and fucking see him and shit. That's not to get him fixed up or none of that shit. That's just to tell me what the fuck is wrong with him. So I was like, fuck that, man. I watched hella YouTube videos and put a little concoction together. But shit, man, if it wasn't for that, man, he'd probably be dead right now. He's still hella fucking weak. Hella weak. I just gotta stay on him. And they keep the police and the fucking piece of shit terrorist motherfuckers keep shooting frequencies, man. Like, they're literally trying to kill him. This shit is fun to them. Yeah, appreciate that. Appreciate that, Tanya. He's pulling through, though. Thank God, man. These people think it's a game, like, literally, until somebody fucking reflexes on them. They're gonna catch the wrong person, the wrong day, with the right reflex. And people honestly can't see why motherfuckers is being killed. People think police are just getting ran up on. People are just running up on squad cars and shooting at the fucking police for nothing. You know? It takes a lot. It takes a lot for a motherfucker to be willing to go up against the police. Like, a motherfucker will shoot at 10 people with 10 different guns before they shoot at one cop. Like, it takes a lot. It really takes a lot for a motherfucker to build up the courage to fucking shoot at police. And you see that shit's happening left and right now, so motherfuckers just ain't shooting the police for nothing. Motherfuckers get locked up for life. Like, literally, like, people, here goes another terrorist writing the shit out of me. People literally fucking, they'll let the fucking police put them in handcuffs, and they know they're facing life in prison, and they still let police put handcuffs on them. So, it takes a special type of fucking harassment, psychological warfare to make a motherfucker just do that. shoot at the police, shoot the police, shoot a group of a mass amount of citizens and shit. That shit just don't fall out the sky. Let's see. Ice blocks for dog. Yeah, you know, as I was feeding, his tongue got hella swollen. I think it's because he was dehydrated, but his tongue was hella swollen to where it was so puffy in the back of his neck he couldn't breathe and shit. Like I had to hold his neck up for him to breathe and shit. And then I think I can see where they're shooting him at and shit because he has like little fur balls sticking out of his fucking it's like a little piece of fur ball here, and they were like all around his fucking neck, and I just pulled them out. It was like fur, like like dead fur or some shit, like a little, how do you say, like cotton balls, but they were like little fur balls, and they were like plucking out of his neck, kind of tacky like, and you just pull it and it comes right out like a fucking, like it was a piece of lint or something, but you can tell it's like it's a bunch of his little tiny hairs stuck together. So I think that's where they're shooting them at. I think they're actually directing the shit at him. Nappy, I will send, let me see, in a link so you can buy the EMF protection 14. You can pick up package at Amazon, place like stores like that. Okay, for sure. Sorry about, appreciate that, bro. Yeah, he's getting better though. He's getting better, man. I'm just glad he's getting better, man. I don't know what the fuck, like, you try so much to fucking stay out of trouble, man, and not get yourself into any shit behind this fucking program, and like they still steady, constantly trying to trap you, get you out of your character. And you know, when that doesn't work, they work on what you fucking, you know, either your job, your pets, your family, like your vehicle, like then comes the vandalism and bullshit. Like they literally want to yank you out your fucking character and then try and tell you that they're doing it for your own good, to keep you out of trouble or some shit like that. Or tell the people that it's to keep the streets clean, to clean up the streets. That's why I try to make sure I get everything, bro. Excuse me. especially the police harassment, because those are going to be the first. The police are going to be the first to try and wiggle out of the situation and try and placate it and try and fucking, you know, I learned that fucking early on, like, okay, the police, they're playing this game, so you gotta fucking and try not to upload everything you get on the police. Keep that shit in an SD card. That way, like, they, you know, because they'll build stories around your videos and shit. Like, they'll try and build stories, like, because they watch our videos. and they try and build build stories and crime scenes and all that fucking bullshit. So if you were to have a lawyer or somebody call and say, what happened at this time on the street, or whatever, they already have some shit set up. Like, you gotta kind of think on a chess checker like level with these motherfuckers, like one step ahead, or not even one step ahead, but just fucking get your evidence on them based on how they fucking, get down with their bullshit. And I think that's why, like, it's in a way it's kind of scary, bro. Like, I'm super fucking glad that Scrap is good now, or he's better. Because, like, if something happened, like, I don't know, like, I might do something, bro. Like, I don't, and that's the scary thing, not knowing. Like, I was wrestling in my head all day this morning, like, dude, what the fuck am I gonna fucking do? Like, I gotta do something to these people, man. I gotta do something to at least fucking, that's the shit that plays out in your fucking head, man. Or it plays out in my head. Like, I start thinking about how long I've been going through this shit. Then I start thinking about them fucking shooting my dogs with the bullshit. And then they're just fucking small dogs. Like, why are you fucking killing my dogs to fucking get at me? Why are you fucking making them suffer? Like, why are you, like, literally, man, they're like my, man, Scrap's tongue was so fucking swollen, bro. Like, it was so fucking swollen, like it blocked his whole fucking air passage. Like, he couldn't, like, I literally had to hold his fucking neck up and take my finger and press down on his fucking tongue in the back of his mouth, because the back of his tongue was so swollen it was like stuck to the roof of his fucking mouth, and his mouth was just open, and the front of his tongue was just hanging out his mouth. It looked like he was fucking dead, man. And it's like, damn, man, these people, dude, unfucking believable, man. Unimaginable bullshit that they do. Motherfuckers, you don't even hear about motherfuckers doing this shit to their greatest of fucking enemy. You just fucking kill them, or, fucking shit. I feel like I ain't been asleep in a fucking eternity. Like, I got about like 2 hours of sleep today. Coming through writing like a motherfucker. I can't help it. Fucking can't help it, man. Like, I don't plan on doing anything as far as retaliation. Like, I leave that shit in God's hands, but like, that's why I continue to get the evidence, because I know I got at least I stand a fighting chance, just showing the people the police harassment and the neighborhood watch harassment, even the VTA following me with their vans, with the double vans with one headlight and shit. Like, it's undeniable. Like, you can't dispute the fact that will cause some type of fucking mental fucking ailment. Not only that, but knowing that the police are behind it, and knowing that the police are behind it, is built like that to make you feel helpless. And when a person feels helpless, what are they left to do? When the only protection you're gonna have is the protection you give yourself. Like, you can go to any fucking scientist. You can go to any fucking legitimate psychological doctor, and they'll tell you, like, when a person's left with their back against the wall and they have no choice, like, there's no telling what that person will do. You kick into survival mode. It's literally people who have lifted cars, like small, small, scrawny people have fucking, in the heat of the moment, lifted whole fucking cars off of people. Cars that fucking flipped and tumbled on people, and fucking, out of nowhere, some fucking scrawny fucking little dude just runs up and fucking puts all his might into that fucking lifting that car up off that person, and fuck, what do you know? So it's, survival mode is a motherfucker, man. No, and that, wait, let me see. That's the thing. Like, I'm not trying to, like, I don't, man, the last thing I want to do, bro, is react violently. I know it comes with that shit. I know what I'm up against. I know, like, 9 times out of 10, if I do something violent, they got a whole fucking stage of fucking people who are gonna fucking, lie and be against and point the finger at me. Like, I know literally, like, what I'm up against. That's why, I don't want to fucking react. But that's the thing, man. Subconscious, heat of the moment, the fucking thinking about how long you've been going through this shit and what for. Just all that shit combined and shit. Like, for me, like, in some instances, I won't say all the time, but, all that shit combined, fucking, I'll fucking go blank. Like, I'll fucking just, like, I don't black out, but I just, like, I'm like, fuck it. It's like, I even know what the fucking consequence is gonna be, but it's just like, fuck it, man. I'll fight it in court. And that, when that's, for me to think like that, for me to fucking, like, that goes against everything. Like, man, that goes against fucking everything, bro. The last thing I want to do is be in their fucking courtroom, go through their fucking court process, and be on a whole nother fucking eternity of the fucking parole or probation shit. Like, for real, like, that's the last thing I want, man. Just fucking going into a cell and fucking seeing all that fucking writing on the walls, fucking pencil written calendars, and people putting Johnny plus Susan up on their fucking walls like that shit's a tree or some shit. Like, what the fuck, man? That shit is depressing as fuck. And the walls ain't they know how to make you depressed in there. Everything is all like dingy yellow, dingy fucking tan. It's just like a dingy color, so when the lights hit it, like, the whole fucking, it's like a dingy yellow. It's just like a real fucking depressing setting and shit. Paintings on the walls that motherfuckers, painted in the 1960s and the 1970s and shit, like, still up there and shit, like murals and shit. It's fucking crazy, man. depressing as fuck. Like, and I know they do that shit, like, because as soon as you get there, it's you know, it's depressing. Like, it's definitely a psychological thing with those fucking dingy walls and shit. And then you look at them fucking paintings and shit that the motherfuckers did, like in their 70s and shit, while you're fighting time, and oh man, it's just depressing. Yeah, man. So saying all that to say, reacting violently is the last thing I want to do, man. It's, you know, it's the last thing on my mind. I'm not, you know, I'm not on that type of, I'm not on that type of frequency, man. I'm more, you know, I'm more hippie, chill back, lay back, fucking. You know, I don't fuck with nobody like that. I don't. This world, for one, is, well, now it's not. now, now it seems fake as fuck. But you know, at one point in time, like, you know, I felt this world was too real to be fucking with people. Like, you never know who the fuck you're fucking with. Like, you know, it could be a motherfucker that just had a bad day, fucking kill you. Like, people will kill you for nothing, man. You know, motherfucker might be mad because his girlfriend is fucking with somebody else or messing around on him, and you know, he's going through a bunch of shit in his head. Like, all it takes is a little bit to send the wrong person over the edge. The world is like one big ass fucking psychological ward. Like, literally, you got a bunch of different characteristics and fucking, you know, people's fucking, you know, their energy is just on different times and shit. Like, if I missed anybody, my apologies. They're fucking with the comment section. So if you write it again, I'll catch it eventually. So sorry about Scrub. Yeah, he's getting back though. He's getting better. Same number from last year. You getting my text? I'm not getting no text. Right. Send me a text and write down your name or write down is if it's coming from you, because you know a lot of that shit they've been texting me bullshit, man. Life insurance and all types of fucking insurance policies and, you know, this weird fucking shit. Psychological. If you need mental health, well, if you need mental health, you know, all types of, and this shit just pops up on my feed, man. It don't even be, you know, these be real fucking commercials and shit. It's not no fucking trolls or no shit like that. Like, they're literally like, the trolls are the people in power of this fucking internet side of the fucking harassment. Like, they're no joke, man. They fucking load up my feeds with bullshit. They send fucking emails full of bullshit. They fucking send my fucking phone shit about fucking psychological fucking shit. All types of shit. think, what is it, the commercial this morning? The commercial, I'm trying to fucking, I'm I'm sitting there trying to find fucking remedies and shit for scrap and shit. And, you know, every fucking time I find a video, like, I'll tap on the video and a commercial come on. Are you having anger issues? I used to be, I used to, what was it? I used to have bad aggression problems or something. And then I looked into it and I found that I was schizophrenic. And it recommended some fucking hospital and shit. Like, man, are you fucking serious, man? Like, these people, man. Life is really far from what I thought it was. I almost wish like I would probably was going through it as a baby, but I almost wish I was going through it for my whole life, but it wasn't covert. Like, I wish I just fucking knew I was going through this shit my whole life, and then maybe it would be normal. Like, maybe I wouldn't even be tripping off of it. But this is the true fucking meaning of you can't teach an old dog new tricks because, oh man. This is some shit far in the foresight. Oh yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, that's the last thing on my mind. Hey, top of the morning, Spirit Effect. Let's see. Lemonade ice blocks. They IV them. Okay, yeah, okay. Lemonade ice blocks. Yeah, I seen one thing. I seen one thing. They were talking about water, baking soda, and salt, but he was hella fucking. He was super fucking dehydrated, and I didn't want to give him no salt because I thought that shit. They said that they put salt in salines. It was like I don't know. They say saline though. They say that there's salt in saline. It helps, but he was super fucking. I didn't want to take no chances and shit because I know salt dehydrates you and shit. Like literally, like when I say his tongue was fucking swollen, like I literally had to pry. Like the front of his tongue was cool. Like the front from the middle to to the tip of his tongue, that shit was like normal, but like the back was like just super fuck. It was like I had to pry my finger through the roof of his mouth and his tongue just to get to the back of his throat, and I had to lift his fucking, I had to lift his head up so it could fucking get some air. Cause man, fucking laying. I thought he was dead, man. His fucking Cause he was just fucking he was breathing like real small breaths, like real small breaths, and fucking his tongue was just like fucking hanging out the side of his mouth. Like, I just want, oh yeah, man, I swear, like, I was contemplating like a motherfucker this morning, like, I just wanted to see a headlight, man. I just wanted to see one headlight, a one headlight vehicle, just one fucking, and then as soon as I think they be making you think shit, cause I started thinking about, nah, cause if I don't do that, then if I do something, if I do something to one of these motherfuckers, I'm not gonna be able to help him. He's gonna fucking just die and shit, like. And then I just told myself, like, yeah, I'm gonna fix him up, and then I'm just gonna do something, man. I'm gonna do something to one of these people. Like, I literally had to calm myself fucking down. But as soon as I fucking calmed myself down, hella one headlights just came out of fucking nowhere. Like, I bullshit you not. As soon as I fucking just talked myself out of that shit, fucking hella one headlights fucking just appeared. Like, I know they fucking be, and I don't know how they do it, man, but they be fucking giving me thoughts, man. I think, cause even like sometimes I'll look up out of nowhere, like I'll be watching something and then I'll just look up, and then when I look up, it's a one fucking headlight or some fucking weird shit like that, man. And it's just like, damn, I looked up right at the fucking moment. Or I'll look up and somebody turn their fucking lights on, you feel me? Like, their lights that come on as soon as I fucking look up and shit. I'm telling you, man, those fucking military weapons and shit. That voice of God, that just especially that voice of God, that shit is so dangerous, man. That shit is so fucking dangerous. And now that it's not, now that they can fucking, direct fucking speech into your consciousness, it's not your ears, it's your fucking, your mind and shit, like the inside of your fucking head. Like, fuck, man, motherfuckers really do be thinking they're talking to God, or, motherfuckers be thinking that they had this fucking just supernatural fucking vision, fucking, telling you what the world is gonna be like at the end, and in reality, the fucking government is just shooting fucking illusions and shit all in their head. Now you got motherfuckers coming up, and I used to really be into those videos, like, those life after death, like those. Excuse me, that's legitimate. Those videos where people say they died and they came back, and what they had dreams and shit. Like, I used to be into those type of videos. Not so much into them, but I used to try and see if any of them related with each other and shit. But now I don't know. I'm not even. That's just like wrestling to me now. It's like, because you don't know, like, the people might legitimately think they had those dreams and shit, but the government is fucking, they're playing military mind games right now. They're breaking up families and shit, sending frequencies and making, families of fucking however many years, 12 and 15 and 16-year fucking families and shit. All of a sudden, it's all these fucking arguments in the house, and mom's getting a divorce with dad, and all the gender-based bullshit so they can raise all the fucking children off Hollywood. Get all the dads out the house, raise the children on fucking welfare, make sure that the make sure the mother doesn't let the dad come stay with them. And then we'll have the TV be the daddy. In fact, We'll have Toys for Tots on Christmas, and for those families who don't have fucking TVs, we'll get them fucking TVs. That way we can indoctrinate them. We want to indoctrinate everybody. Oh, everybody can't afford a fucking cell phone? We'll give them free fucking cell phones. We'll give them free fucking cell phones. We'll track them, lock their fucking voices in our fucking system. That's the... You know, that right there, when they started giving away those fucking free phones, and, you know, there's a reason for that. You're trapping yourself. And God bless the motherfucker who thinks he can still hustle from one of those motherfuckers. Trying to sell dope on the Obama phone. Like, what the fuck is going on? Don't you know the fucking government is all in that fucking phone? That motherfucker's locking in voices, and they doing Facebook fucking routines on that shit. They're finding out everybody you know. They want to know your whole fucking community on that phone. And your stupid ass selling dope on it. Crazy, man. People are crazy. It's not funny, but it's funny. It's crazy. It's not funny, but it's crazy, should I say. Oh, man, I don't know. I'm probably babbling you guys because I'm fucking... Let me see. Cold liver oil with their food. Okay, let me see. Okay, cold liver oil. Okay, cold liver oil with their food. I appreciate that, Tanya. They could have furball. It wasn't. It was like, I don't know if you know, like, if you ever seen like a rooster or like a chicken or some shit, when they have that little sloppy piece of fucking, like, their shit'd be smooth, like their whole fucking thing, but they'll have one feather that's raggedy as fucking is poking out. It's like that. It was like that on Scrap, except it was like little dots of the shit, like almost like dots, like, well, you know, like oval shaped. That, you know how hair builds up and shit, like fur balls, I guess, almost. But it was just like little. It was around his neck. It wasn't in his mouth. It was like on the outside, like something penetrated and just popped that shit out the fucking. It was like dead hair, but it was bunched together, and it was like really, thin. It was like about 15 strands fucking together. And I just, I tried to, it didn't take no fucking, no nothing. It was just like it popped out. It was just like it was a piece of lint on his fur, but it was like, I could tell like it wasn't, see how he just turned his lights off? He turned his regular lights off and went to one headlight, then he turned his lights off. Oh shit, you guys didn't see him. Fuck. That dude right there in the black car. Yeah, man, just all that shit, like, Well, the camera didn't catch it, but shit like that, man, just that shit right there. You know, it creates paranoia in people. They're telling people they don't know what we're talking about, yet you're seeing this all over the place. You know, in court, you know, that's why you can't fucking play this shit like no regular fucking, you know, if you're fighting a case behind this fucking program, you know, don't expect the fucking lawyer to know what the fuck, like, you fucking gotta fucking tell, like, this is a fucking court case, like, if you fight this shit, you have to literally be on your fucking lawyer, like, you have to explain shit to your lawyer, point shit out to your lawyer, because your lawyer's gonna see all the shit that you're pointing out to him, but he's not, you know, unless he's a good lawyer, he's not gonna go up against it. He's gonna be like, okay, you let me handle it. Don't worry about it. You just let me take care of it. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. But I believe, like, you know, they just fucking tell us we're delusional, and they push it big. They push that we're delusional and we're crazy, or they really try and enforce that in your head, so you won't try and fucking explain it. Like, you literally have to, you have to sit, you have to literally, like, coach yourself through all the fucking, almost, it's like anxiety, because when you try and fucking, when you're expressing it to the people that you fucking are harassing you and shit, like, you know, it's all, you semi black out, like, you're not, you just, you're blurting to them everything they're doing to you, and they're fucking placating you in the process, so it's driving your fucking mind everywhere, and the way you're talking to them, and the, you know, we don't see our faces, we don't see our expressions as we're talking to them, but everybody else does, and, you know, sometimes we do look crazy. That's why you gotta, even when you're trying to explain it, because they do so much to us when we try and explain it, or, you know, the way that we're explaining it to the people, like, we're explaining it as it happens, but it's so many things that we're explaining that, it's just, it's a lot of fucking smoke and mirrors that they throw along with the direct fucking shit that they want you to fucking load up in your subconscious. So when you try and explain it to people, you sound crazy. Like, she was rubbing her hair, or he was coughing, he was sneezing, he was looking at his phone. You know, motherfuckers, especially the phone thing, like, when you try to explain to people that the people looking at their phones are harassing you, you know, they just go back to fucking studies and shit. Like, the whole fucking world, damn near population, spends at least fucking, more than fucking, like, they spend damn near the whole fucking day on their phones. Like, literally, their fucking phones, or they're walking down the street with their phones, fucking, their face fucking pasted in the phone. Then you just think about yourself. You think about yourself, fucking, when you're on your fucking phone. Like, you're on your fucking phone all day. So, it sounds crazy when you explain it that way to people. You have to fucking literally fucking get the direct, the fucking it's no doubt, it's no, you can't discriminate the fact that this is harassment. You gotta get all that fucking evidence, the fucking police calls, the police placation when they're making police reports, how they're fucking talking to you over the phone. You gotta get that type of shit. You gotta get the one headlights. You gotta get, if you can get a pattern of the verbal shit, a pattern of the vehicular shit. Like, you got this shit beat. I mean, in a legitimate courtroom, in a legitimate courtroom, like, they would literally have to really fucking you would have to really be railroaded, really be railroaded, not to believe that this, I mean, not to be able to prove that this is a form of domestic terrorism. Because terrorism is just fucking making somebody have to live, you know. I mean, it can go as low as just changing somebody's whole fucking reality. Making somebody afraid to go handle everyday business is fucking terrorism. You know, you threaten somebody over the phone. I'm gonna beat your motherfucking ass. You know, you have to go to court for that shit. That's a terrorist threat. They mark you up for terrorist threats. So, you know, terrorism isn't just fucking running into a building with a fucking bomb strapped on you and fucking blowing people up. Like, you know, terrorism comes in all shapes and forms. You know, fucking a relationship with your spouse. If you got a woman who talks down to you all the time, or a dude that talks down to you all the time, and fucking, you know, that's, you know, they might not mark it up as that, but, you know, that's a form of terrorism. Here he comes shooting frequencies, fucking piece of shit pig. I know you're watching too, but that's alright. That's alright. You guys will be fucking discovered, you fucking piece of shit. You don't deserve a badge. You don't deserve a badge. But then you know that already. You know, I was thinking about going and protesting in front of like elementary schools. I was thinking that shit too. I was like, you know, I was trying to think of, you know, what would fucking super fucking freak these motherfuckers out. Like, what would they really not want me to fucking do? And I thought about going and protesting in front of elementary schools, but I gotta go. You know, I gotta, cause I curse a lot, and so being that I curse a lot, I would have to fucking. I mean, I guess I could tone it down, but you know, that's a work in progress. Like, that shit's gonna be slipping out, no doubt. So I gotta look at the stipulations on that. Like, if I can, like, protest around fucking elementary schools, and if I can, look at, see them turning off, man, these motherfuckers. And if I can, you know, if I can protest in front of elementary schools, like, what are the stipulations for that? See, still fucked up, man. Oh, but I gotta, you know, I gotta fucking step my fucking protest game up. Like, this fucking being around downtown protesting, it doesn't make sense, because everybody downtown damn near is a part of it. Like, it's you know, downtown has its own community. It's not like, you know, and this is everywhere you go. Everywhere you go, downtown has a certain community. Like, all the places that I go, like all the places that I've been, have your the downtown. It's not like regular fucking neighborhoods to where like just everybody is mixed in. It's like groups almost. It's like you have a, and this is from my experience. Downtowns are, you have a homosexual part of downtown. Like I don't know, like what about downtown these groups like, and I'm not saying these groups as in like that, but I'm like saying like for it's just you have a goth, almost like a goth type of crew. Like they wear fucking the black glasses, like they wear dark fret, like everything is like black. They look almost like, some of them look like business, even the business ones that fucking, you can tell they're like goth and shit just by the earrings and shit. They be having fucking holes and shit the size of oranges in their ear, and fucking, glasses and shit. But they're like professional designer glasses, but they just be all black and shit with fucking, you can tell. And it's like that group, and then you have your group of fucking people who have fucking owned their houses for years and shit. Like, the older community. Like, you have an older community, and then you have what is it, transitional housing type of fucking, and this is where, your fucking halfway houses, you're mentally ill, the mentally ill, and homeless and shit like that. It's like those four fucking, or the major fucking groups. And then, in the daytime, the hustle and bustle fucking business people. But I'm talking about as a steadfast, like, as far as living in that area, those are like the four major fucking groups of every city that I've been to. So saying all that to say, it's more of it's like a community. Like everybody's like a community. Everybody fucking knows everybody out here. Everybody's fucking probably, and for it's, few, it's the needle in a haystack when it comes to people that don't know about this program downtown, because everybody participates in it. It's like right fucking it's right next to fucking shit, man. Police station. Shit. Yeah, but you guys see, man. You see the police, man. You see what they're doing. It's not just out here in San Jose. This shit is everywhere. For those who aren't targeted, don't know what targeting is, trying to figure out what it is, trying to learn about it. Yeah, this shit, it's in your city as well. It's just it's sporadic. It's not hitting everybody, like, and the people, everybody that it is hitting don't even know it's hitting them and shit. And then a lot of those portion of people that know something's going on but don't know what it is, like they don't know what the fuck they're going through. Like they think they're really fucking going crazy, or it's just a phenomenon, some phenomenon that's fucking happening. Just, like I can remember when they first fucking, if I think back to like the very first time I realized something was going on, it was through fucking street theater, like fucking arguments and shit. Like people having fucking arguments, and then they'd be having arguments similar to the fucking arguments me and my daughter's mom would have, like, fucking the girl would be like, talking to you is like talking to a brick wall. You don't even listen to me. You don't care about me and shit like that. You know, shit like that. And fucking, you know, I'd be fucking like, I know, like, I'm knowing, like, these people don't even know me. I know they're not talking about me. What the fuck? Like, this must be fucking, you know, just the fucking year for domestic fucking arguments and shit. Like, and it'd be like, after the first three fucking things, like, you know, and they were fucking, you know, they were really flukish type of fucking, they were like at fucking, like one was in front of the house, like not literally in front of the house, but like one was like, as I pulled up into the fucking driveway, they were like on the sidewalk, like, because the way the houses are, you know, it was a gated community, so the way the houses are, like, you know, they're all fucking positioned all fucking weird, like facing different, you know, different, you know, that it just, it's not even, like, it's not even, the houses are, you know, and so, like, as I'm pulling in the driveway, they're on the side of the sidewalk and shit, and, like, it's the backyard gate towards the house next, like, the house next to me, it's their fucking gate that wraps all the way around, and their house turns around on the corner, but on the sidewalk, you got their backyard and shit. You're by their backyard gate. So as I'm pulling up in the driveway, they're right there, like right there. The backyard gate, the backyard gate is right there on the sidewalk, and they're fucking having a fucking argument in ears, fucking, you know, in ears, fucking. And then one time I'm going into the fucking store. You know, it's too fucking drunk, too fucking, like, they're fucking shitty drunk, and they're fucking arguing, but they're arguing like the same fucking all the arguments are regarding the same shit about the dude not listening. And you just walk off. That's all you do anyways. You just leave. You don't listen to me. All that type of fucking shit. I'm like, hell nah. Like, now I know, like, something's fucking, like, this is, like, you know, I got to thinking they were pranking me type shit. I was thinking all types of weird shit. You know, I was asking, like, my daughter's mom, like, you... I don't even want to go there, man. I was just, man, it's fucking... So, saying all that to say, in the beginning of this fucking program, you don't know what the fuck is going on. You don't know what the fuck is going on. You just know something's going on. And it's really fucking weird. Then you move on to supernatural shit. And then you know, man, just listening to different targeted individuals fucking opinions on it, like, and I don't knock any of targeted individuals' opinion on it. Like, you know, I believe all of them, if not a lot of them, are correct. Like, there's too many different reasons that we could fucking be in this program, but when you know, you listen to everybody's and you're just fucking adding that shit with yours and trying to compare it to yours and fucking wondering who put you in it, if you were in it from birth or when it started, and how long you gonna be on it, if you're on this terrorist list. Like, all those fucking things, man, just lead you into this fucking rabbit hole world of fucking craziness, man. Sheer fucking craziness. And then to top it off with whipped cream and shit, you know, they talking a lot of our heads and shit. They haven't, I mean, I can't say that they, you know, literally fucking done no voice to skull on me and shit, but, you know, there's a portion of us that do talk, like, literally fucking scream and talk and fucking Just like you hear me, they hear them type shit. Like, it's not no fucking, you know, it's not in your fucking head as that quiet voice. It's their real fucking voice talking in your head. Like, that shit right there, man. Like, for you to employ that shit on American citizens, man. On anybody, period. Like, on a fucking animal, on a fucking bird. Like, for you to fucking do that shit, like, you know, that's inhumane as fucking, you can, inhumane as it comes and shit. But everything we do, like, if you think about it, from the very, you know, from the very fucking zoo, if you look at the zoo outfit, like, they literally fucking kidnap animals, lock them in a fucking dungeon, and tell people that, you know, they're not being mistreated and it's fair, and fucking, like, they make it seem good, like, even to the point to where people pay to come see a bunch of fucking, you know, animals fucking in jail and shit. Like, people literally fucking pay to see animals in jail and shit, like, because they fucking been seasoned into thinking that it's okay. Like, it's okay to fucking take an animal out of its fucking nature and fucking, you know, unless it's a domesticated animal. But there's no fucking bear or no fucking wildlife that you can domesticate. Like, it's always gonna have those instincts. You're gonna drop meat in there. You drop meat in there, the motherfucker's gonna fucking. That's why they throw rabbits and then they throw fucking real fucking deers and shit. You know, when they feed fucking tigers and shit, they're not going in there with fucking a bag that says tiger food. Like, they're fucking going in there with a chopped up deer fucking hanging on a rope or some shit, to where the lion thinks it's alive and fucking, or maybe it is alive, and he's jumping and he's really attacking his fucking food. Like, you know, you're not taking no fucking, you know, it's not like a dog. And even a fucking wolf, like, you know, that motherfucker, the wrong moment, the moon hit him the wrong way, fucking hear that howl, he hear one of his buddies howling and shit, or might hear a fucking police siren and hear the other dogs howling and shit. And that shit wakes something up in his fucking, you know, that shit wakes something up in his fucking instincts, to where, like, I'm not supposed to be here, man. I'm not supposed to be in this motherfucking backyard. Fucking, I hear my buddies up there in the mountains and shit. Next thing you know, fucking owner mauled by fucking pet wolf. But saying all that to say, man, people get conditioned into thinking wrong is right, man. Just the death penalty idea, you know, okay, the death penalty, maybe that's necessary, but for a motherfucker to actually go view, for a motherfucker to want to go view a motherfucker being murdered, like, you want to go make sure that the person dies, like, that, like, fucking kids, like, people walk their fucking kids into those type of fucking rooms and shit, see people, and, you know, they do it somewhat fucking humane. None of that shit's humane, but, you know, they do it a lot more humane than what they use to fucking, the electric chair frying your eyeballs, popping out your fucking head. Like, literally kids sitting through that and watching it and thinking it's fucking okay, and parents thinking it's okay to take their kids in there to view that shit. And the people, the governments, the fucking police departments and all that know the effects, not only that it's gonna have on the child, but that it's gonna have on the adults later on in life. Like, fucking, you know, seeing that shit like that, you know, that's just as good as any fucking, you know, flashback from a veteran having flashbacks of fucking his buddy getting his fucking brains blew out. Like, you're literally watching people get their fucking heads and brains and all that shit fried. Like, literally fucking cooking and shaking and fucking convulsing and fucking eyeballs popping out and fucking blood running down the fucking eyes and fucking foam coming out the mouth. Like, what the fuck? Like, a kid watching this shit? This world ain't right, man. This world ain't right, man. And when you think of the bigger scale, like we're going through, like this, it's heavy on us. Like this is real fucking serious shit. But you know, we're going through a little, very little, compared to how fucking devious and ill-minded fucking America and any other fucking dominant government can get, man. Fuck, man. America runs out of countries to invade and fuck over. They turn around and fuck their own fucking people over. They fucking go start shit in other countries. Leave a long lasting fucking imprint of their fucking visit through fucking causing so much confusion and shit to where now people are fucking fighting and all that shit. And now they got fucking a system of fucking people running into America for fucking to be saved. And all the other countries. And you know, other than the system of how they're doing it, you know, I agree, like people, if you need to get away from a tyrannical fucking situation, then, you know, if there's enough room, let them come. But by you guys going out there and starting this shit, and then, you know, leaving that shit going on, it might be going on for 3 and 4 years. But you know eventually it's going to come to a point to where the people are going to need safety and they're going to need somebody to run to. And you're going to be the fucking hero. And you're going to bring them in. And then you're going to fucking utilize them for your fucking even more deviousness. And now you got fucking, man, I don't know, I got every fucking nationality harassing me. It's 3 major nationalities, but like, it don't matter, like, every fucking nationality. And, you know, a lot of these people, like, they don't speak English, they don't even, yeah, they probably don't even know what the fuck they're doing. They're just being told to follow this fucking GPS on your phone with the vehicle with one headlight. Like, they probably just they probably just came, got their fucking visas, and the government's giving them a fucking job. Here's this vehicle, we need you to drive this vehicle wherever, you know, you need, like Uber Eats or some shit. Like, follow this vehicle, and that's all you gotta do is drive. It's some type of driving type of fucking, we're doing a driving experiment. They don't even know you're the fucking they might not even know, like, literally, like, putting themselves in the well, they're not even putting themselves in the crossfire. If that's the case, the police and whoever else is conducting the shit is putting innocent fucking people in the crossfire. People not even from this country, probably, so when you do something to them, you know, it's easier to sweep under the rug. Or if the program gets fucking exposed and shit, it's easier to blame it on a section of people. Or it was Russia, or it was the Mexicans, or it was the, you know, whoever. It was fucking whoever. And then, you know, now you have a reason to go invade their fucking country off of something you created. Oh, man. Fucking America, man. Fucking America. Only place you can get locked up for jaywalking, but get murder swept under the rug. Well, nah, I take that back. If you got money, you can do that. Oh, and nanotechnology, you guys. Um, you know, that shit looks like hair. it looks like hair. Like I detox from that shit, and that shit, you know, it's stringy. It looks like hair. It looks like gray hairs, and it looks like black hairs. And some of the shit is like, you know, it's really fucking long. You be like, damn, man, that shit was in my fucking face. Like, you know, it looks like hair, but it grows under your fucking. It's like living. Like it grows under your fucking under your skin, man. It travels, all that fucking shit. And when they point their devices at you, those devices have the fucking ability of fucking making those things move and shit. So they can point it at your head and make you scratch your head. That's what they do to people like that don't know, like, cause they use these fucking frequencies that make that shit wake up. It makes that. It makes the strings and shit wiggle and get all wild and shit, and they can point it at you. And you know, you'll think you'll have a piece of fucking hair on your face and you'll be wiping it and shit. And then, you know, it's them fucking with the nanotechnology and the fibers and shit. They like dance and shit when they fucking shoot frequencies at you. Bright lights, like the one headlights and shit. Like, try and pay attention to that shit. Like, you guys, like, whenever, you know, whenever it feels like just like it feels like just like a piece of hair brushing against your face and shit. Try and, you know, analyze your surroundings and shit. Are there bright lights around? You know, and it'll come to you. Like, it'll come to you because every time you analyze the fucking, you know, every time you analyze your surroundings when that occurs, like, it's pretty much gonna be, you know, you're gonna see the same. It's gonna be around the same type of fucking thing, whether it's lights or fucking, you know, vehicles and shit. Like, but they can definitely, you know, make people that don't know anything about this program seem like they are a part of it. Most of us know, like, if we've been in this program long enough to where our fucking brains aren't fucking everywhere and we're somewhat content with the fact that we're not crazy or we are going through something. You know, you can see, like, like, you can tell, like, well, you can't really tell, but try not to pay attention to everybody who coughs or fucking, you know, because they tickle their throats with the fur. Like, that shit's in your mouth. That shit's all in your body. Like, it's not just on your face. Those fibers, they're all in your body. Like, they're everywhere. And so they make people cough. They make people sneeze. They just tickle your throat. They make that shit move in your throat. And you know, you got. I've had people cough, like, you know, I've had people cough, and then I ask them if they're perping me and shit. They'd be like, "What are you talking about?" Like, literally, like, in complete fucking. And I take it with a grain of salt. They could be perping me, but, you know, if they're not, they're really fucking good actors and shit. Like, what are you fucking talking about, man? And then, like, I'll be like, "You just coughed, man." And they'll be like, "Man, I got a cold." And then they'll fucking, like, super fucking cough, like, right after that and make me think, like, "Oh, yeah, he's really fucking." I just fucking told him that, like, so you gotta watch out for that shit, man. You know, you'll know when they're really, 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 because they're blatant. Like, they want you to know. These people are so evil, they want you to know that they're fucking, so they'll look at you and fucking, you know, they'll let you know that they're perping you. They'll still deny it, but they'll let you know. Like, the denying part of it is just for plausible deniability. Like, you know, you can, you know it's going on, but you can't really fucking say it is without the proof. Like, you gotta have proof, and the way they do it, man, is just, you gotta have the camera rolling. You gotta have the fucking camera rolling and shit. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and stop this now. I'll probably be doing it. I'll probably do another live in a little bit. I just been, I've been stopping because I don't want to fucking irritate Scrap too much and shit. Like, driving and shit make it uncomfortable for him. So I'm not driving around too much. So I'll probably be stopping probably in like the next 20 or 30 minutes. But I gotta go get some recycling in, and I'll start another live in a little bit.